Hello, and today I want to speak to you about whether your dog glucosamine supplement is actually doing anything or not, whether it is actually working. So arthritis, as you know, is a very common disease, affecting about 20% of dogs in the United States and across the world. And if your dog is suffering from arthritis, you really want to make sure that you're doing the very best for him or her. And if that's the case, you've probably researched or even bought some sort of a glucosamine supplement for your dog. Now, these products have been around for some time, and to this day they're still shrouded in mystery because there's not a lot of regulation around them, and to a certain extent some of them still don't work. Now, that's not to say that glucosamine doesn't work, but there's a lot that goes into these supplements that can make or break them. So how do we tell if they're doing anything or not? And how long should we try them for? What might be the reasons that your dog isn't doing well on a glucosamine supplement? And I guess, how do you know if the supplement overall is doing anything or not? So there's some objective methods of doing this that are used in research, but for your average dog around the home, really the best way is to watch your dog and take note of the telltale signs of arthritis. So these are signs such as mobility, so improvements in rising from rest, in friskiness, jumping stairs, climbing, walking, all that sort of stuff. Lameness, so if your dog doesn't seem to be as lame as it used to be. Licking joints, if that's reduced, that's always a good sign. And you'll see from this video that you're looking at the moment that these dogs will lick their joints when they're sore with them. And of course the behavioural changes, which are sometimes so subtle, but things like aggression, irritability, social withdrawal, those sort of things should improve, and hopefully you'll have a little dog that's back to his or her normal self. So as I said, there's some fancy studies that we can use to check this sort of stuff out, and they rely on much more objective methods than that, and they will look at a visual assessment, maybe the degree of joint pain, and a range of movement sort of measure called a goniometer. So these things are available, but for you I think it's best to keep things simple around the house. And intuitively, you are going to know what is working and what's not. A big question is, how long do these supplements take to work? And I think it takes a fair while. I would try for a minimum of 2 months, because these are slow drugs. They're not fast acting like the non-steroidal anti-inflammatories. That they take a long time to work. Don't expect a quick fix. If you don't see anything after 2 months, you shouldn't give up, but you probably should at this stage, if not beforehand, have spoken to your veterinarian and make sure that there's really nothing else going on. And there's plenty of reasons for dogs not to respond to a glucosamine supplement, or indeed to any arthritis medication, if we've got, say, a cruciate ligament rupture or really quite advanced hip dysplasia or something like that. So you should be speaking to your vet in amongst all this and decide if there is some reason for the arthritis, or whether it is an old age form of arthritis or osteoarthritis. So speak to your vet. If you want some more information, you can have a look at my blog, and you can download from there a free PDF, a free ebook called the Dog Arthritis Survival Guide, which is chock full of really helpful information. So have a read of that if you want, and email me if you've got any questions whatsoever.